Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Box with the Technical Trader at TechTrader.com. It's Thursday night, June the 8th. These are the charts of the day. Well, we had a really interesting day today based on the testimony of former FBI Director Comey. And net, it was not damaging to the president, and the markets rallied in relief late in the day, especially. A lot of our stocks came on strong. Biotechs are in, obviously a mixed picture, but some of them look great, like blue. Look at that move in 6 days, 74 to 111. And it is overbought, but it's got tremendous momentum. And at this point, looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move, if this is a blow-off fifth wave, we could or should get up, it looks like, near 120. Stay tuned. We may get there tomorrow at this rate. And there's still 13.8 days to cover. CAI, one of our swing trades, is starting to move after a pop out of the wedge, and then 3 days of consolidation. It popped another 84 cents or 4% today. Volume was not heavy. It's a thinly traded stock. But if it goes, 26, 30, and more look like possibilities. Swing trade CBay is picking it back up again after the pullback, which retested support near the breakout point and the rising 21 period moving average. Stock is snapping back a little bit, up just 2.8% today. But it looks to me like if it gets up past 5.25, we're looking at 7 or better, maybe more. CENX, Century Aluminum, doing great. It's a 1, 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be wave 3, and this is wave 4. So wave 5 is underway. I'm looking for 2022 zone. There's 6.5 days to cover on Century Aluminum. And today, you can see it punched out through that triple top. Comtel broke out of a wedge 3 days ago and then pulled back sharply. Look at the engulfing bar today. First down at 13.95, then up to 17.96, closing pennies from there. Fantastic day. 1.5 million, 5.72 days to cover. I'm expecting to see upwards of 19.20 short term. CONN broke out. This is a swing trade of ours that had a nasty little pullback, but I told you 2 days ago this was an engulfing, a island reversal that normally will get a much better reversal, an extension of that reversal, which I expect, and we were getting. The spike high from March of last year, up there 22 is my first target. My second target is 28. Still 8.8 days to cover on that one. CRTL keeps strong momentum going with another 3% gain today on almost 800,000 shares. Look how green these technicals are. This looks great. It is a little bit short-term extended. We may very well be accelerating, however. If that is the case, watch for this one to maybe run up towards 24. ENDP, a nice pop out of a wedge, it appears. It jumped $1.38, 11% today, and it traded 12.8 million. If it gets up to this 14.5 range, we should see 16, 18, 19. HQY. Well, this one's been great all year. It's literally gone from 16 to 55. And it still looks higher. Matter of fact, the recent breakout has it surging here from the 44.5 range to 54.5 just in the last week or so. So it may be a little extended. I like to say consolidation. I think we're headed towards 60 and then 70, 75. There's 7.6 days to cover on that one. HYGS had a big day today. Breakaway gap, 800,000, which is all-time record volume that I can see on an update for this stock going back years. Near-term targets are 10.5 and 12. 5.4 days to cover on that. Well, INR reversed sharply after filling a gap nearly. It's shot up 80 cents or almost 11% on 5 million today. 4.9 million anyway. There's a little bit of resistance at 8 3/4. I'm looking for stock to retest 10. Eventually, 11.5 would be a possible target. 11.8 days to cover on that. Swing trade IPXL finally broke out today. Jumped 85 cents or 5.4%. Traded over a million. I'm looking for more upside. 19. 21 and eventually 24.5 range are targets. 4.8 days to cover on IPXL. What a reversal from Kite after a nasty drop early May. A spike up yesterday triggered this move through resistance. At this point, we're looking for a quick run through 89, and then the target is 99, 100, and then 110. 6.8 days to cover on Kite. Coping with some mojo, 588,000 shares. The biggest volume in 2 weeks, popped it up through the moving average. All we need now is to get through the 398 to 405 zone, and we're good to go to about 4.5 and then 495. LOXO popped and pulled back. We could put a swing on it. It's moving up 371 or 5% today. We can get this up past this spike high of 77.5. I would look for movement to the mid 80s or better. The gaming stock MLCO swing from April around the 19.75 range has moved up to 23, 23.5 here, and again today up another 41 cents or a couple percent. But you can see that it's forming an ascending wedge, and if it goes, it can run sharply up to 27.28. NVCR also popped through the spike high from April, and this swing trade is on the way to 17 and 19. It appears there's 13.2 days to cover. Today look like a breakout. I'd like to see a little bit better volume though. NVIDIA tagged 160 today. What a move on this stock from where we first gave it to you a year ago, 39. It's 300% in a little more than a year. It still looks higher. At this point, 200, 220 is a possibility in my mind. Sangamo. Well, after it popped and pulled back, we gave you a buy on it, and then pulled back a little deeper, but still, it was a nice three-wave corrective. The last few days have been slightly higher, but today it got a little energy up 40 cents, 5.5%, a little increase in volume. What I would need to see is can it take 8.5 out? If it does, 9.5 and 10.25 potential targets. Swing trade SWIR exploded and how? Jumping 330 or 11.6% on 1.7 million. That's a clean breakout. Looking for 34 and 39 on this one. TGI came to life today after it popped and pulled back. We gave you a swing on that, formed the wedge. Looks like it broke out today. If we get any follow through at all, this could be 36 as early as tomorrow. But eventually I'm looking for upwards of near 40. There's 10.2 days to cover on that one. TTMI broke out of a multi-month consolidation. And how? With a pop of almost a point or 5.5%. Volume picked up to 2.2 million shares. That's the biggest volume you can see on an update going back a couple months. I'm looking for more 21, 22 zone, eventually high 20s. 13.5 days to cover on that beauty. VRX also came to life, up $1.09 or 9%, 31.6 million. And it appears that today was a breakout as it broke the declining tops line, lateral resistance. What I look for is can it run up and take out 13.85 and then 14.5. If it does that, the measure move alone gets you to 17, 17.5. And finally, Zixi, very strong move underway this year, and you can see that the run up is accelerated with volume as well. Today up another 41 cents or almost 7% on 1.1 million. It is up near resistance. The long-term pattern shows that there's a line here that if it gets to, there's a lot of room to run. Keep an eye on this one. The next targets could be as high as 9.5, 10 range. Folks, that's it for me for tonight. Have a good evening. Let's make some money tomorrow. TGIF.